Oh, there you are, YouTube. All right, October 25. Today we are watching. What do we got there? What is that? Pumpkin? Pumpkin's candy? We have House LLC. Is that what that says?
Yeah, I think it's a found footage.
Ooh, a found footage movie.
The last one.
Oh, wow.
Scary.
Yeah, the last found footage movie, which was what? This was terrifying. Interesting to see what this one's going to be like. All right. So House LLC just found out it's part of a franchise, because after we watched this movie, it was like, want to watch House 3? I'm like, how have I never heard of any of these? And I guess the reason is, we looked this up afterwards because neither one of us had, well, I guess my wife had heard of it because she was the one who thought to put it in the calendar, but I can't remember how she found out about it. But we did learn that it is like a franchise that has only premiered on Shudder, and I think that's true for all of them, even this one. And it looks like the first one had good reviews, but the sequels do not, and I believe there are 4 in all, and a 5th one is coming out next year. So must be pretty successful on streaming in order to have so many films. And it's only been around, I think, I don't know, I saw 2015, 2016, I saw both years. When I post these, usually I go by the one that's on IMDb, so that's what I'm writing for when this came out. But anyway, so this was a found footage haunted house or haunted hotel story. Haunted motel? Hotel? What's it called? Horror? Hell? I already forgot what the title of the movie's called. Haunted Hell Motel Hell? Gosh, I've already forgotten what the movie's called. Motel Hell? I don't know. But anyway, it's a found footage movie, and what it is it's like a traveling horror or haunted house makers for, you know, Halloween or whatever. They travel to these like abandoned locations and then put up a seasonal haunted house there, kind of like Spirit Halloween. You know, Spirit Halloween's not always around, but then they show up around Halloween in your latest abandoned store. That's what this movie is about. They're doing the same thing, except for it's like in old houses, hotels, schools, or whatever, things like that that have been abandoned. And usually it's just, you know, when it's abandoned for XYZ, but this one had a deeper story behind it, and the head of this company, you know, very small company, just a group of friends, was like keeping it quiet as to why this place was abandoned, and it has a tragic story in it, and the person who was living there running it, you know, had like bad I don't know, motives in his life and everything, and then he, you know, basically the place is haunted, right? And only one friend has heard these rumors, and the townspeople know these rumors, but the rest of the company, again, it's just a group of friends, they don't know about this, and they are setting up this haunted house, and then strange things keep happening, and then things keep getting more serious, and more serious, and it just keeps ramping up and ramping up and ramping up, and it I thought it was a lot of fun. It's not as scary as the previous one, Gonjiam, that we watched. But, you know, there were some moments where we were like, ooh, spooky, but it wasn't like, you know, we weren't actually like, oh my goodness. Plus some of the things, like if you think about them a little too hard, are a little bit silly, because they're setting up the haunted house, and they have like maybe a couple scare actors, but everything else is just like mannequins dressed up. But then as you're watching like the ghosts haunt the place, they're doing it through the mannequins, so then it's just kind of like weird if you think about like this ghost is like dressed up in a Halloween costume. I don't know, that part gets kind of silly if you think about it too hard, but so I wouldn't do that. Just kind of give yourself up to it, and it's a lot of fun. Let's see, I think that's kind of the main thing. Just like thinking about these ghosts in silly Halloween costumes um, is funny. But also, like when we see the ghosts when they aren't dressed up like that, when they're sort of in their own garb, that kind of makes it feel like a low budget movie rather than like found footage realism. Because I feel like a lot of it, you can like be like, oh yeah, real, real, but then like so spoilers, I guess, but like the ghosts kind of like are wearing these black cloaks, or maybe they're demons. Actually, I think they're demons because there was like an opening or something that the previous owner did. But anyway, opening into hell or something. Um, they're wearing these cloaks. They look like Sith lords or something, and it's just kind of like, I don't know. That was kind of corny, but I don't know. Just kind of give yourself up to the movie, and then I think you'll have fun with it if you haven't seen it. You just can't, I think about those things too hard, because if you do, you'll be like, mm. So I don't know. I like those thoughts were all fleeting in my head because I was it was just a quick little thought that popped into my head, and then I was able to continue on enjoying the movie, right? So I think that's how you should enter this film, and I thought it was pretty fun. There are way better found footage movies. Some of the acting in this feels very forced. Some doesn't though. Some of it feels great, or feels great. Seems it feels great. I don't know. I don't know. Is great. But a couple people are trying a little too hard. Like there's this reporter who near the end goes in the house, and I don't know, I feel like she's trying too hard to be casual, trying too hard to feel genuine, to where she's seems disingenuous, like the acting and everything. But it's small little bits here and there. Some of it feels very real, some of it isn't as real. You get that sort of thing with these. But anyway, I'd love to know if you've seen this movie, or if you've seen the entire series, because I want to know, is this something we should continue, or do you think the rest of them suck? Or are they awesome? Also, I'm curious to know what have you been watching this holiday season as we count down the days to Halloween. We're getting closer and closer and closer. What do we got? Just about a week left? Maybe a little less than, maybe. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and perhaps we'll see you tomorrow for more Pure Hangout.